You know, some stories have their own logic, a terrifying set of rules where the only way to survive is to give up pieces of yourself, piece by piece. Today, we're diving into a story just like that, one that starts with a simple job posting for a place that, well, shouldn't even exist.
So it all kicks off with this flyer, tagged to a gas station bulletin board. It's so stark, isn't it? Super mysterious. But for someone desperate enough, that offer, it's just impossible to ignore. There's no address, just this one, totally impossible instruction. Turn at the sign that isn't there. It's promising great money, but you can already feel there's a much, much higher cost.
So, our protagonist, he follows these bizarre directions. He just drives and drives until an exit that really shouldn't be there just appears out of the fog. Exit 47. And the diner? It looks like it's been waiting for him. This is where he gets his first and probably most critical warning. The guy who greets him, they just call him the host, he doesn't waste any time. He lays out the stakes with this chilling clarity. This isn't just about keeping a job. It's about staying tangible. It's about not literally fading from existence. Here, the rules are everything.
Okay, so this is where we get to the real heart of the story. The host hands him this old yellowed card with 9 very specific rules. And let me tell you, these are not your typical employee guidelines. Oh no, these are more like commandments for survival in a place that seems to, feed on memory itself. Let's just look at some of the most critical rules here, because they are wild. Each one feels designed to just subtly warp reality. Guessing a name wrong on purpose, never repeating an order, these things are all about manipulating identity. And that rule about answering always when someone asks if you remember them, you're forced to create this false connection. But the most ominous one, never ever say your own full name, because they listen and they take.
All right, so having the rules is one thing, but seeing them in action, that's where the real horror starts to creep in. On his very first shift, the diner immediately begins to test him.
A trucker sits down, looks him right in the eye, and bam, hits him with one of the most direct tests of the diner's strange reality. It seems like a simple question, but the rules have already made it clear. The answer is not a choice. It's a requirement for survival.
And this is where the cost becomes terrifyingly real. He follows the rule, he says, always, but the payment isn't cash. The trucker slides a car key across the counter, and our guy gets this flicker of recognition, this deeply disturbing feeling that this reminder might have actually been his own once.
So this is what payment really means at Exit 47. The diner doesn't deal in money, it trades in memories. Customers literally pay with tangible pieces of their past, which all get collected in a drawer. They are effectively severing themselves from their own history, one little piece at a time. But the final test of the night is by far the most surreal. Rule number 7, at 5 a.m. sharp, you have to go check your reflection. And this isn't about, checking if your uniform is clean. This is a check on your very soul. A test to see if you're still whole after a night spent trading in memories. And he passes. His reflection smiles first, so he mimics it. But the feeling, it's so ominous. He feels lighter, as if a weight he didn't even know he was carrying has been just carved away and is now gone forever.
So the first night might seem like a success, right? But as the shifts wear on, the diner's true price becomes terrifyingly clear. He's not just a server here. He is also on the menu.
And then things take a really dark turn. A customer walks in and just casually greets him by his name, Mahad. But he never said his name inside the diner. The rules forbid it. This means the diner isn't just a place he works. It knows him, and it's starting to actively dismantle his identity. And soon, the reminders he's collecting are no longer from strangers. They are his. A photo of him as a little kid, a precious note from a first love, a sample of his own mother's handwriting. He is being forced to collect and store away fragments of his own past.
So then he violates another rule. He finds someone sitting in the forbidden booth 47, and it's his own double, but with these dead, empty eyes. The doppelganger looks right at him and says, "I remember you," completely flipping the script. It implies that our protagonist is now the one being forgotten.
This just shows the terrifying progression, doesn't it? That mirror test, which was once a source of relief, is now a death sentence. His reflection doesn't smile anymore, it just stares back, cold and empty. He has failed the test, and the rule was crystal clear. If it doesn't smile, you run.
So he tries to escape. Of course he does. He runs out into the fog, but the highway isn't a road to freedom anymore. It's a loop,
always leading back to the glowing neon sign of exit 47. There is no leaving. And this is where the story reveals its final, absolutely devastating twist.
He finds himself greeting a new employee, a young, confused kid who looks just like he once did. And he asks the new kid, "Evening, Mahad?" He says his own name to someone else, proving he no longer even remembers that it belongs to him. And just like that, the cycle is complete. He's no longer the victim, he's the perpetrator. He survived by giving up so much of himself that he's actually become part of the diner's predatory system, the new host, ready to guide the next soul through the very same rules.
But the story doesn't really give us a clean ending. It just blurs the line between the diner and his reality. He sometimes wakes up back in his old apartment, far away from all of it, and he still performs the mirror ritual, and his reflection, it smiles first. So is he free? Or is the diner's influence so complete that its rules now govern his entire existence?
And we're left with this chilling final thought. When his reflection smiles, he doesn't feel relief. He just wonders, who forgot me this time? Is he still a man? Or is he just a collection of fading memories, only held together by other people remembering him?